assuming that to be true, this is your field of expertise, no? Why would someone like Zaldico seek refuge in Portugal, not in any other country?
I mean, yun nga, meron siyang constitutional protections. Pero parang kanina na tinitignan ko nga yung coverage ng UNCAC, 191 countries, 192 if I'm not mistaken. Yung mga countries na hindi signatories and hindi nag-ratify would include like countries like North Korea, for example, or Andorra. So halos wala siyang pwedeng takbuhan kasi meron po na, at the very least in Portugal kasi meron siyang constitutional protections, meron siyang mga gamit pa rin sa toolkit to at the very least slow down the process.
Pero ibig sabihin, kunwari ako mamimili. Kunwari ako yung isang kongresista. Again, kunwari nagbulsa ako ng sangkatutak na nangulimbat ako ng sangkatutak na pera dito sa Kaban ng Bayan. Why would I choose Portugal, let's say, over Spain or over France, over the Netherlands, over some Middle Eastern country? Iyan ang I want to better understand that. Kumaga, kilala ba ang Portugal for being very, very strict in terms of protecting citizens, even those facing such serious allegations
Mas may
overseas?
reputation. Mas may reputation ng France na for you know not extraditing its nationals over Portugal, quite frankly. Pero pagdating kasi dito, Christian, pupunta tayo dun sa UNCAC. And very interesting kasi principle siya na inaccept halos almost unanimously ng international community. Although I will say, when it comes to international treaties, medyo bago to. So kahit na alam natin convention to, hindi pa siya pumapasok dun sa level na parang halos convention na siya, di ba? But customary pala. Pero yung punto dito is like, may reputasyon ba ang Portugal? Unfortunately, yes. For being able to kind of like be flexible with the law. Pero syempre, yung mga countries na ito, dinidisiplina din ito ng kanilang mga populasyon. Gaya nga nasabi ko in the last 2 years nga lang, may nasipa sila na prime minister dahil sa napakababaw na mga accusations pa lang na in the end, hindi rin pala totoo. Pero ganun sila ka-sensitive. So, if the pressure is applied properly and the proper legal framing is done, I think there's a chance na ma-extradite si Mr. Ko back to the Philippines. And I think it's also worth noting actually, kapag na-extradite siya, ano mangyayari? Ibig ba sabihin nasa kustodiya na siya ng Pilipinas? Not necessarily. Kasi may mga condition din, and I looked into it. Turns out, nasa itong si Mr. Ko, kapag na-extradite, tapos na sentensyahan sa Pilipinas, isa sa mga carve-outs ng Portugal is kailangan yung sentencing, yung pag-serve ng sentence sa Portugal. Oo. Tapos isa pa, halimbawa, mag-rule yung courts ng Portugal in his favor na hindi siya pwedeng extradite. Hindi pa tapos ang laban ni Mr. Ko, as it turns out. Merong mandatory obligation ang Portugal to actually prosecute him there. Gamit yung mga kaso niya sa Philippines, which is actually unique. And binabasa ko yung report on the implementation of UNCAC. So ang gumawa, other 2 member states, so Kingdom of Morocco and Kingdom of Spain. And praise ng Morocco tsaka ng Spain ang Portugal for having such a provision actually. Na on the one hand, yes, meron silang constitutional bar for extraditing, very narrow circumstances to respect the treaty obligations and the convention itself. And on the other hand, kung hindi man ma-extradite, ay hindi pa tapos ang laban. Pwede mo pa rin siyang ma-prosecute sa Portugal.
So, Portugal ang magpo-prosecute sa kanya, pero that would entail cooperation with the Philippine government, no? Philippine
Exactly.
authorities.
Which UNCAC also covers, as it turns out.
So, hindi pwedeng invoke na, for example, hindi, nangyari sa teritoryo ng Pilipinas yung alleged crime. So, why would I be prosecuted in Portugal? It doesn't hold water there.
It won't, it turns out, as per UNCAC. Yun yung very interesting dito sa international instrument na ito.
Paano yung Lou, yung let's say seizure ng assets?
Nandun din, nasa UNCAC din. May provisions siya, ilang chapters, ilang articles na nagbibigay ng buhay doon sa prinsipyo ng pag-recover ng assets. Ngayon, pupunta tayo sa domestic law. Yun nga, dahil hindi pa dahil medyo bago, we have to understand na medyo bago tong convention na ito. So, hindi pa siya masyadong gamit. So, very, I will say, hindi naman siya first, pero hindi siya sobrang gamit to the point na meron ng routine. So, ibig sabihin, kailangan yung team ng Pilipinas dito, they should approach this with caution para yung first attempt nila is the correct and last attempt para makuha nila on first try pa lang.
Pero kung sakasakali, para magiging no? Trailblazer of sorts itong si Zaldico. No? Imagine mo, no? Another feather in his cap, quote unquote. Sipin mo, no? Magagamit sa iyo itong unkak. Dahil sa tindi ng allegedly ninakaw mo. No? Nilalagyan ko pa nga ng allegedly. No? Kahit para sa maraming tao talagang ano bang term na pwedeng gamitin? Sobrang kagarap pala nitong...
Convinced na ba?
Hindi, maraming tao convinced talaga no? Dito sa pandarambong ni Zaldico.